Good morning. Thank you. Now, this event looks a lot different than our typical announcement due to the coronavirus, but it's exciting that even during this difficult time, great things are happening in Newport News. Positive change and investment are taking place from one end of the city to the other. Newport News is a place where international commerce abounds and businesses flourish, where history breeds entrepreneurship and people are encouraged to boldly chase their dreams. My colleagues on Newport News City Council and I are committed to ensuring businesses and residents have the resources and support they need to thrive. Will my fellow City Council members please raise your hand or wave your hand as I call your name? Vice Mayor Tina Vick, Councilwoman Sandra Cherry, Councilman Marcellus Harris, Councilman Dave Jenkins, Councilwoman Sharon Scott, and Councilwoman Pat Woodbury. We are also joined by members of the Newport News Economic Development Authority, including Chair Alonzo Bell Jr. and Vice Chair Jennifer Smith-Brown. The Board of the Newport News Redevelopment and Housing Authority with Chair Gary Hunter and Vice Chair Ken Penrose. Our dedicated City Manager Cindy Roth, the Director of Development Florence Kingston, and Director of Newport News Redevelopment and Housing Authority Karen Wiles. Newport News is a city steeped in history, yet building a dynamic future. We are leaders in technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Opportunity abounds in Newport News, and it's exciting when a business chooses to invest in our great city. And today, we are adding to the list of businesses that call Newport News home. Now, I'm not going to make you wait in anticipation any longer. So I'm proud to introduce the Honorable Brian Ball, Virginia Secretary of Commerce and Trade. Secretary Ball was appointed in April of 2018. He previously served in the Northam administration as Special Advisor for Economic Development and Deputy Secretary of Commerce and Trade. Prior to joining the Northam administration, Secretary Ball was an attorney at Williams Mullen, serving as trusted advisor to senior management, boards of directors and audit, and special board committees handling such matters as internal investigations and activist shareholders. He also regularly represented clients before state and federal administrative agencies and the Virginia General Assembly. Secretary Ball graduated with high distinction from the University of Virginia, where he is an Echo Scholar and a member of Phi Beta Kappa. He received his Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Virginia and is admitted to practice in Virginia, District of Columbia, and California. Secretary Ball served as an assistant to the U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California from 1981 to 1982. Secretary Ball, I am honored to welcome you to Newport News and invite you to the podium.
Thank you, Mayor Price. It is truly, it's an honor to be here today, and it's really good to see all of you and Mayor Price, whom I've gotten to know in this job again. And this is a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day for all of us because it's the first time we've been out to do an economic development project in a while, and we're thrilled to be in Newport News. But it's a wonderful day for Newport News. It's a wonderful day for the Commonwealth of Virginia. And Mr. Rivera, I see you now. We're very grateful to what you've done here and in other parts of Virginia. And we've had a tough couple months here with COVID, and the last couple weeks have been very challenging. But we have a great opportunity today to pause and give thanks and be appreciative for what's about to happen here on this site. And I am blessed, and I think I can say with great certainty, all Virginians are blessed to have a governor who's been, throughout all of our travails, has been a steady hand on the tiller has been that way since the very beginning. And he's been committed to economic development and job creation throughout Virginia since the very beginning of his term, and that's been something that we in Commerce and Trade work on every day. And it is a great honor and a privilege for us to be able to work with this governor. So I welcome Governor Northam as our 73rd governor. I welcome him to the podium as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, good morning. And Brian, thank you for the kind introduction and for your leadership. And I agree, it's always good to take an opportunity to get out of Richmond. And this is our first time coming out and talking about business opportunities and jobs announcements. As most of you all know, I hail from Hampton Roads, and I always like to say it is good to be back in 757. So Jorge, anytime that you can do something and invite us out of Richmond back into Hampton Roads, you don't have to ask us twice. So thank you for that. I want to take this opportunity to just reinforce that this is a team effort. Whenever something like this is announced, a lot of people have been working to make this happen. And so certainly starting with our Secretary of Commerce, Brian Ball, and his team. And as he said, one of our top commitments since we took office is to make sure that Virginia is the best state for business and workers. And we were very proud last year to be named the #1 state in this country in which to do business. And so that is certainly a top priority of ours. And so I want to thank his team. Obviously the VEDP, our Economic Development Partnership in Virginia, does amazing work, working with our local economic development partners. Thanks, it's so great to see members of the Newport News Council out here this morning. Thank you all so much for all that you do. And to our mayor, Mayor McKinley Price, a fellow doctor. Where did you go? Oh, I didn't know whether they'd send him back to the dental office or not, but I know it's a busy time, so I want to thank him for his leadership. And as you know, his daughter, Sia Price, represents the 95th delegation district, and I want to thank her for her leadership. And we also have the senator from the 1st senatorial district, Monty Mason. It is always good to see you, Monty, and thanks for your leadership. And you know, they've been away from Richmond for so long. I'm actually going to invite them back to Richmond here in another month for some more action. So looking forward to seeing you all back in Richmond to deal with our budget. As Secretary Ball said, I don't think anybody doesn't already understand this, but we are still in the middle of a health crisis, in the middle of a pandemic. And I just want to thank all Virginians for being part of the solution. It is good to see people out here today keeping your distance, wearing your facial protection, making sure that you're keeping your hands clean. This has been a tremendous team effort to be able to get us to where we are today. But just to remind you all, we have had over 55,000 cases of COVID right here in the Commonwealth, almost 1,600 deaths, unfortunately. And I just wanted to remind all of you that we're still in this pandemic. And as we move through these different phases, the only way that we can continue to do that is to follow the guidelines that we have outlined. And while we're in a health crisis, we are also in an economic crisis. And I remind people every day that as soon as we can get this health crisis behind us, we will get our economy back up and running. And I want to remind all of you that we were in a very strong position in Virginia going into COVID-19, and we're going to come out of it strong as well. And one of the things that allows us to be strong is the maritime industry, and it is alive and well here in Hampton Roads. We are proud, as you know, to have invested significant resources into our ports. We are actually moving forward on our dredging of our channels to 55 feet, widening those channels so that we can accommodate the larger ships coming out of the Panama Canal. While the traffic at our ports has been down over the last couple of months, I am confident that it will rebound as soon as we can get our economy back up and running. So the reason that I'm so excited to be back in Newport News this morning, back with our mayor, back with Mr. Rivera, is to announce that S23, in partnership with East Coast Repair and Fabrication, is announcing today that they are investing, now listen to this, $64.4 million into Newport News. 332 new additional jobs for Newport News. They are taking this 84 acres of land and rehabbing it, rehabbing Piers 15 and 16 for deep water access. Just a tremendous asset and accomplishment to have right here in Newport News. So Jorge, on behalf of Virginia, I can't thank you enough for what you've done. His story, I hope you all know his story. He's from Puerto Rico and has just done an amazing job building this company, investing in Virginia. And as we get our economy back up and running, to have this announcement of an investment of $64.4 million, 332 new jobs, a tremendous shot in the arm economically, not only for Newport News, Hampton Roads, but for the Commonwealth of Virginia. And I thank you so much. And I speak on behalf of our administration, but also I think on all of these people. We're going to do everything that we can to make sure that S23 is successful, that it will continue to grow, that it will continue to add new jobs here in Newport News and the Commonwealth. And I thank you for your leadership, and I thank you for doing business in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So if you could join me, Jorge, this is actually it's a good day. You know, some days to show our appreciation, we bring wine. I'm running a little bit low right now in Richmond, but with the wind today and the weather, I thought it would be good to bring you a flag, a Virginia flag that we have proudly flown over our capital in Richmond, and I hope that you'll find a place to display this as well. So I would shake your hand or give you a hug, but I know I'm not supposed to do that, but thanks for all you're doing, and congratulations, and we wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
We also want to present a flag from the city of Newport News. This flag was flown over Newport News Hall on the 12th day of June, and an appreciation and honor of S23 Holdings, LLC, the men and women who repair, fabricate, and maintain commercial and military vessels with honesty, integrity, and diligence, and uphold the moral and ethical standards embraced by the city of Newport News. So to show our city flag as well.
I just got to say thank you. Had you asked me at any point in my life that I will be here today, or had I even dreamed about being here today, I would have probably just checked myself into a psychiatric center, because I never saw this moment coming. So with that said, I want to thank those people behind this operation. My mom, she taught me how to work hard and how to give to the community. She's a social worker and avid community, pretty much all her life, giving to the community. So that's where I got my hard working and working with the community. So I'd like to thank her, my family, for leaving everything behind to come support me in this crazy dream. Ken Benassi for making this happen for 7 years now, trying to find us a place. City of Newport News, Northam administration. We're very excited to be here and for what we're going to do in Newport News. It feels to me that I've gone around the world and landed right in Newport News again. When I first came in this country, started working, my first days in the shipyard were right across what used to be CSX, which is Newport today, part of S23 and East Coast Repairs and Fabrication. And it's an opportunity zone, which brings a lot to Newport News and allows us to do what we want to do. Building a 100,000 square foot facility to host East Coast Repairs corporate and manufacturing facility, and spending that kind of money in the shipyard, fixing Pier 14, Pier 15, bulkheads, travel lift. It's a real dream come true, and I'd like to thank you all of that for helping me get there. We are also planning on building a community training center so that we can train those who want to move forward and create opportunities within the community. For that, I'm very excited. It's one of my passions that I learned from my mom, and I want to give and work hard for this community. So with that, I'll just thank you for being here and allowing me the opportunity to do what my dreams are, and hopefully we all be seeing a big building here in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here today. This is a great day for Newport News, and it's great to be here with our governor, mayor, senator, secretary, city manager, and Mr. Rivera. Thank you for your investment in our city. We're very excited to welcome S23 Holdings and East Coast Repair and Fabrication, as they'll be making an important investment here in the Newport News community. And you had choices. You could have gone other places, and I'm just delighted that you chose Newport News. And this is a very bright spot in a very uncertain time. As the governor mentioned, we're experiencing an economic and healthcare pandemic, over 100,000 lives lost, and tens of millions of people have lost their jobs. People file for unemployment every week. Congress has responded by passing the CARES Act. That's helped a lot of people. We know we need to do more, and that's why we passed the HEROES Act, and we hope the Senate takes that up. But of course, there's nothing that can help people more than investments that create jobs. And that's why we're so delighted to be here today. I want to congratulate the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, City of Newport News Economic Development Authority, Redevelopment and Housing Authority for securing this project. The investment will build on the shipbuilding maritime legacy here in Newport News and bring hundreds of good-paying jobs to our community and continue to develop our shipbuilding workforce. So, Governor, congratulations on again bringing new jobs to Virginia. Thank you.
Good morning. Governor, thank you for all your great work over the last several months. You've been a steady hand at a time of unprecedented challenge in our lifetime. You are seeing across the country other people whose leadership bent to pressures are now having a wave and having issues that hopefully we will avoid. So, Governor, thank you for your steady and solid leadership throughout this difficult time. But we also appreciate you taking this opportunity to start making the transition, bringing Secretary Ball and a great team down to a super city where great things are happening in Newport News. This administration and Secretary Ball have focused on the deepening of the channel. They focused on helping us promote wind energy and trying to make this port be the hub of that supply chain and the work that we have the opportunity to do on the entire East Coast in the future. Mr. Rivera, thank you so much for picking this place. You couldn't ask for a better economic development team than our professionals in Newport News and our citizen-led leaders. So we are here to do everything we can to help you, but it takes the guts and the focus and the future and the effort that you're making to invest so much money. And I love hearing you talk about the training center here. It's our hope that one day people will be able to walk right across the street and get trained and become solid workers for you, as we know you're going to need the qualified people. So it's great to have Mr. Mayor. We're excited to have the governor. It's nice to have you out, sir. Let's keep going in the right direction. We want to see you in Newport News. We want to see you on the Virginia Peninsula. Thank you for the work that we're doing to put our state money. Thank you, Mr. Rivera and Congress and our local officials. This is a great day for Newport News and the Virginia Peninsula and the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you.
This is a fantastic day in the city. S23 and its affiliate companies have taken the initiative to create a real opportunity, which we know is long overdue for this important area of our city. This is a great site for ship repair and investment, and Mr. Rivera gets it. The Newport News Redevelopment and Housing Authority and the city have long wanted to develop this property to achieve its highest and best use. Today's announcement leverages the maximum potential for investment, job creation, and tax revenue generation. Mr. Rivera and his team are embarking on a project which has extensive, broad benefits to this community and will support ongoing redevelopment efforts. And this project aligns very well with the strategies identified in the Marshall Ridley Choice Neighborhood Transformation Plan, one of the most important being the creation of good jobs and economic opportunities for residents living in this community. Imagine the impact on this community of over 300 skilled jobs with training. This is the type of investment, when coupled with our Choice Neighborhood Initiative, can and will change lives. Congratulations. This is an exciting day, and we welcome you to our city. And we thank you for being a partner and a catalyst for our transformation. And we thank you all for braving the elements and taking precautions to join us today. I'd like to offer a special thanks to Governor Northam and Secretary Ball for celebrating with us in person. As you depart, please be sure to get some of the souvenirs that are created to commemorate this occasion, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.